therapist, I realized how much writing helps children, because sometimes children, especially children who've been through a lot and have had to tell their story a lot, they just don't want to talk anymore. And so a lot of times they'll write or they'll draw. And through working with kids on creating their own stories in their own books, I fell in love with writing my own story in my own book. And that's how I got started 5 years ago with writing and publishing my first book. I realized that the kids I work with, first of all, a lot of them had no books at all, none. And even in foster care, sometimes they wouldn't have any books, because sometimes foster parents open up their home, but they might not have things that are age appropriate. Like, for example, they might be used to taking toddlers, but maybe this 14-year-old needs an emergency placement. So the foster parents will open up their home to that 14-year-old, and they don't really have anything for the 14-year-old. Sure. So I realized that a lot of kids didn't have books. So I started bringing books with me, because again, when kids don't want to talk, looking at a book and talking about the pictures, and through them telling me what they think the book is about or what the pictures are about, I would be able to kind of learn what their perspective on life was. So it was very helpful therapeutic wise. But I noticed that kids didn't want to read at all unless it was a story they could relate to. So kids are much more likely to read. Now, we all need to read books of all kinds. But for reluctant readers, kids who won't read at all, one of the greatest ways to get them interested in a book is to find books that reflect their experiences, or that are something that they can relate to, or a character who looks like them or people they know. I've seen lots of kids who told me they would never read and hate to read fall in love with reading because they found the right book.